What is going on, guys? It is the Shitty Max Jr. back from another video. Today we are back with our not our season 1 draft analysis for the IPBL. I want to thank Brandon or Dark Devil and everyone for inviting me into this because I'm just really excited for this league. This is a Wi-Fi league, upload mandatory. This is just gonna be what we drafted, why we drafted it. We had the standard 11 Mons. We had 1,000 points to pick these 11 Mons. We did not draft a Mega because they decided against Megas because obviously not all the Megas are out yet in Sun and Moon. So we just decided not to grab that. Or we decided not to pick that. We did have to grab the standard, 1 tier 1, 1 tier 2, 2 tier 3s, 1 tier 4, and 1 tier 5. So let's just get into what we drafted. We were out of the 16 people, we were 8th, I believe. 8th pick. So we were just like right on the middle. So like not the worst thing, not the best thing. But that's just what we got. I decided, this is, by the way, these picks are going to be announced in no specific order. But first, your Boston Drills, or not Boston, oh my god, I'm messing up. Your Buffalo Drills, not Austin Palms anymore, your Buffalo Drills decided to grab Cortana. You know, I've never used Cortana. I don't really use Ultra Beast that much in League format, just because I don't really. It's not that I don't like them. I just don't like. They aren't like something I've really wanted to use a lot. But Cortana, I know Beast Boot can be threatening. I know it can set up with Swords Dance. It has some decent defense. Obviously, its special defense is extremely lacking with only base 31. But you really don't want to be switching HP Fire anyway, being 4 times weak to it. I'm hoping Cortana can maybe pick up a lot of probably going to be one of our kill leaders. Base 181 attack, not many things are going to want to switch in, even if your physical move pool is kind of lacking. You got, Brick Break, obviously the Stab, Leaf Blade, and Smart Strike. Night Slash and Psycho Cut, or you could run Sacred Sword over Brick Break. You could run X Scissor. But other than that, that's more or less it. Obviously, there's a couple other moves like Aerial Ace and stuff, which may be good in specific situations. But for the most part, that's really all that you get. That's enough to the point where you're just kind of able to just kind of break through walls, especially late game. Just set up an SD, and then you just kind of sweep from there. You also get access to default with Cortana, so if for some reason I am not able to get rid of hazards with other hazard removal I have upon my team, then Cortana is here to fill that role. Next up, we have Landorus T here. Obviously, it's definitely one of the best ground types. It can be both defensive and offensive, which I really love about it. I used to love Landorus T when I first got into League format in ORAS. So, I haven't used it in a while though because I just stopped using it. I decided to limit the amount of times I could use it. Landorus T is just such a viable mon. Obviously ran more physical, but it does have the ability to be special just because it has such a great special move pool, especially with moves such as Calm Mind. It makes it very viable. Earth Power, Hidden Power, Psychic, Sludge Wave. You're just really able to do a lot with that. It has the ability to set up rocks. It can set up with Swords Dance, Rock Polish, Bulk Up. It does get EQ, Knockoff, Outrage. It's just really good. And then being able to U-turn out really, really makes this thing viable. So I'm just really excited to use that. I just think that it's going to be able to put a lot of holes into my opponent's team, or it can be really good at taking hits from certain typings, I don't know, what's a typing versus in bug typing or some, just be able to do really good. And it does have the ability to smack down if it doesn't come down to it, in order to smack things that may have Levitate or that might have the flying typing that may be immune to its ground typing, which is definitely one of his that's probably his best stab out of the two, out of ground and flying. But yeah, we drafted Lando T. Next we have Entei here. Entei, Ask, Noivern, PMB Gold. Dude, if you saw that battle, Entei just destroyed us. Mostly because we didn't have an Entei switching at the time. We didn't have a Vaporeon yet. Entei destroyed us. Entei ended up being the kill leader in the PMU Gold. That's insane. Not insane, but that just goes to show you that Entei can be power. You know, Choice Band, obviously one of the best sets out there. I wouldn't say best, but one of the most common, and obviously it's a very good set. Obviously, other sets are viable, such as Special with Weakness Policy, just Life Orb. You know, there are all other sets for it. But despite its move pool being kind of shallow, that doesn't matter for it. Because it just, you know, he has such a great attack stat at 115 and then 100 attack, and then having the freaking god stab Sacred Fire. Like, Sacred Fire, 50% to burn. Um, you know, it also can flame charge if it needs to, set up its speed, or just flare blitz if you don't mind the recoil. E-speed, obviously, the best priority, physical priority, like highest on the bracket up there. You can also do, it does get a Stone Edge, I believe. Yes. So there is that going for you. Although its move pool is very shallow late game, it just, dude, it's like really a hard thing to deal with. And if you don't have a bulky water type, like, or rock type or something, like, you're basically done. Like, there's no way you're gonna be able to stop this Entei. Next we have Rotomosh, guys. Obviously one of the uh, next we have Rotomosh, completing our Volt U-turn core, kind of going on with Landorus. It once again, its move pool is kind of shallow, but it fills its role of being a pretty good like bulky water type really well. It also could be a special or a special attack or just straight offense, as it does have some decent special attack at 105. Um, you know, mainly one of the best things to do with this thing is Hydro Pump, uh, one of the strongest, if not the strongest, water type move in the game, or special water type move. Um, you can trigger Scarf if you need to burn or paralyze an enemy or the opposing Pokemon, uh, and then Volt Switch or just Thunderbolt out, and then Pain Split for health on some other walls that have better access to recovery, such as Melodic. Basically, one of the main things you'll do with Rhythm Wash, and it just fits that role so well, just being really bulky, that despite its, I wouldn't say lack, but it's the despite it's not like despite it not having the best recovery, it's still able to do really well in league format. Next we have Sylveon, guys. The main reason I grabbed Sylveon, because one, in the MCL I've been loving it so much. Sylveon's just been great, and also Sylveon is tier 2 in this league. So I made sure to snag that right away. I believe I grabbed that like round 2. Hyper Voice hits extremely hard. Even with a Pixel 8 nerf, it's still hitting hard with its base 110 special attack. And with its bulky, with its natural 130 space special defense stat, like, you can run bulky and you still won't really have to worry about special defense or special hits from most things. Hyper Voice, you can baton pass out if you need to for initiative. You can run Heal Bell, it could be a cleric. Wish up other some of my other walls, such as Rotom, or other mon that that I haven't said yet. Psyshock, you could run Hidden Power 5 for some steel types. You can Toxic, like I said, Wish Up. Um, and then Stab Quick Attack if you really want to be that guy. Although Sylveon is definitely one of my favorite clerics in the game, it can definitely be really good with specs, and because it was tier 2 in this league, I definitely had to scoop up Sylveon. Next we have Dragology, or I don't know. Dragolge. I just had to pick this guy up because at the time of drafting him, I did not have a Dragon type yet. And I was kind of looking, and I've never really used Regal's before, and this league I am trying out a few new mons. I've never used Cortana before. It's been a while since I've used Landorus. I've never used Entei. And now I'm trying out Dragalge. Um, it has really good special defense, 123. Um, it has pretty good special attack with base 97. Basically at that 100 mark. What makes it so viable though is its ability adaptability. Speaking of which, adaptability, which makes its stabs multiply by 2 rather than 1.5, making things such as Draco Meteor um, and Sledge Wave or Sledge Bomb. I think it gets Sledge Bomb, not Wave. No, it gets both. Making both of those really viable. Being able to set up Toxic Spikes, and it's really, really like a big move pool. Like, let me read off you some of this. Thunderbolt, Surf, like I said, both of its stabs of Draco and Sludge Wave. Scald, Shadow Ball, Hidden Power. Dude, its physical move pool is actually not that bad. Focus Blast. Like I said, its physical move pool isn't the worst. Like, it gets play rough. Like, that's kind of crazy. But obviously, I'm probably going to run more special than anything. But yeah, Dragalge is a really good nuke button, although it is pretty slow. Just come in and click Draco, and not many things are going to want to take a hit from it. And then also, maybe being a special defensive wall, Dragalge may be able to show itself worthy of this team and may be able to put in the work this upcoming season. Next, we got Sableye. Uh, I grabbed this because I did not have a dark type at the time of drafting this Mon. And despite the prankster nerf, its Sableye is still really, really good. It's just dark types that can't get affected by this. So, I'm not too worried about grabbing it. Or about not being able to hit him, because I do have other switching to certain dark types here and there on my team. Um, the prankster ability just makes it really, really annoying to deal with. Like recover, I can still do that even if the dark type's in. It's decent special move pool and physical move pool. Foul play is definitely one of the best moves for it. Dazzling Gleam, Dark Pulse, Shadow Ball, Fake Out, Ice. It has Elemental Punches, Knockoff, Poison Jab. Nightshade. A lot of these moves just make it really, really good. Maybe being able to tricks like a certain item on it, like in the GBA, in the past GBA season, not season 7, I think but in season 6, and one of the playoff matches, someone, I think it was in the finals actually. Sometimes he was tricked to Lagging Tail, which is pretty dope. Being able to Willow or Toxic things, taunt him. That makes it really, really good. Having good priority in Shadow Sneak and Sucker Punch. Sableye just really annoying to deal with. It can be an alright wall, and hopefully it can prove that um, it's not as bad at its stats as its stats may make it look. Next we got Gligar here. I love Gligar. I used it in the TDL recently, and honestly, like Gligar can take many, many hits. Having access to Roost, being able to U-turn out for Initiative. The Eviolite just makes it extremely bulky. You can't get poisoned with the immunity ability. Although you can't run that with Defog, like I said, or like I just stated, Defog, because as you can see, I am kind of lacking in hazard removal. I think the only thing I had up until this point that I just said y'all was Cortana with Defog, and I don't really want to run Defog on Cortana a lot. Being able to baton pass also in case I need to switch. Knockoff is also a good thing. Just Gligar, it's just really, really good. It has pretty good base defense for it being for being a basic Pokemon. Base 105 defense and 65 special defense isn't too bad. With 85 speed, that's really good. And then with the Eviolite, that just makes it 10 times better, making it one of the better low tier mons or walls, I should say, in league format. Next, we got Hitmontop. I grabbed Hitmontop because I needed more hazard removal on my team, more options, so I wasn't forced to run Gligar each game. Gives me a rapid spinner, gives me intimidate Maan. Technician is also viable, has a lot of priority within its arsenal. Mach punch and sucker punch and bullet punch being the three that come up in my head the most. It has a decent coverage with Stone Edge, close combat. What else does it get? I'm pretty sure it gets the elemental punches. I can't really tell because my shutdown's being annoying right now. Just Google Chrome in general is being extremely annoying to me right now. So that kind of sucks. In fact, I don't think it's responding right now. But in him on top with the intimidate ability gives it makes it a really good defensive wall, as it lowers the opposing members or the opposing enemies or attack stat, making you take the defense hit really well. And then with its base 95 defense and 110 special defense, it's really able to take hits extremely well. And with Sylveon on my team being able to wish pass into it, him on top can definitely be one of the better walls on my team. And if I need to, one of the better attackers with a decent 95 attack with the technician ability. That makes it extremely viable if I really do need to bring an offensive him on top. And then it also gets Earthquake, can also set up with agility and bulk up now that I think about it. Fake Out isn't bad. Gyro Ball. Pursuit Trapping if I need to. Aerial Ace. Like I said, him on top, Samu Pool is pretty great. And it just makes it a really good mon overall. Next we got Meloetta here. I decided to grab Meloetta because I didn't have a Psychic type, and I feel like a Psychic type, especially an offensive one, is definitely like a really good mon to grab. Like Alakazam, if I could have afforded it at that point, would have been. I would have loved to have grabbed Alakazam, honestly. But Meloetta just has a really great move pool. Especially, obviously, you want to run it more special unless you're running Relic Song to put it into its other form. Although I definitely am more of a fan of its standard form. Being able to step with maybe Calm Mind and its great special move pool of Dazzling Gleam, Psychic or Side Shock, Hyper Voice, Energy Ball, Focus Blast. It could be a Cleric with Heal Bell. Just those, just Signal Beam, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, just some obvious ones. It can also U-turn out if needed. Its physical move pool is also just as good. Zen Headbutt, the Elemental Punches. Like I said, U-turns there. What else is there? There's Stone Edge. I don't know why I get Stone Edge. Shadow Claw. Knockoff. And Facade, Return. It could run Acrobatics, Brick Break. It's just a really good move pool, in general. And, with its great special attack of 128 in its normal form and 128 special defense, that just makes it really good. And 100 HP is pretty insane. And then in its other form, it having it's the Pierrette form. I don't know, with 128 speed, so it gains a lot of speed, and then 128 attack. That just makes it extremely great. So I'm really excited to use that. Lastly, to round up our draft, I originally want for Bronzong, but if you're keeping up with my draft, I did not have a tier 5 yet, so I was forced to trade out Bronzong for something else. So I decided to pick up Aggron. Aggron has amazing defense, 180 base defense, and its attack isn't even that bad at 110. Having one of my personal favorite abilities, Sturdy, cause that could make sweeps just stop there. If I do have my Sturdy intact, being able to set up rocks, as I do kind of have a lack of rock users on my teams. Having a really good physical move pool, I'm pretty sure it gets most, if not all, the elemental punches. Heavy Slam or Iron Head, Stone Edge, EQ. It could be a just roar them out and let the other team just get windowed by rocks. Aqua Tail. Its special move pool isn't bad, although I probably wouldn't use it. Although I did use a flamethrower Aggron one time, and it was actually pretty good. And I ran flamethrower for Durant. Although he didn't end up bringing the Durant, it would have been good to if I could have gotten that off. Um, it could be offensive if you wanted it to be with the rock or with the rock head, with like head smash and stuff. But Aggron really is there to just kind of give me a bulky steel type because bulky steel types are like really good in league format. And being able to wish pass into it, like I said, with Sylveon is definitely something that I'm going to be doing a lot in order to keep Aggron healthy because Aggron could definitely be very viable in games. And yeah, that's going to round out my IPBL draft. I believe week one goes up May something. Give me a sec. I'll get to that. I'll say that in a second. I'm really excited for the team. Other leagues, I'm not going to be uploading. PME already ended. I didn't get into playoffs. I'll just say that right now. And then the MCL, I'll probably get to uploading that soon. Just upload from the next week onward, as we have 2 more weeks and then playoffs. I am basically guaranteed in playoffs, although there is a chance that I do get knocked out. I'd have to lose my final 2 weeks. Um, but hopefully that does not happen. It is the upload date for week one will be, I believe, we're uploading on Mondays. Mondays to upload. Sunday, I believe we decided team builders. I'll have to check back up on that. But I believe we are uploading week one on the 12th of June. So make sure to go check out for that. Make sure to go check out the IPBL Twitter, YouTube, all that will be down there below. Um, MCO will be uploaded soon. Oh, I do stream a lot. I'm starting to stream a lot more, so make sure you go check out that. It's going to be in the description below. But I think that's about it. I'll let you guys know if I missed anything. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you did watch, this has been Student Mexican. I'm out. Peace.